Hey, good morning. Shoot, it's still really early. The sun is just barely coming up, actually. I haven't even gotten a shower yet this morning. But I was totally given something that just triggered a cascade. Grace. The topic is grace this morning. Why do we receive grace, and how do we receive grace? We receive grace only when we try. And only because we try with good intentions, pure intentions, that our heart has to be in the right place in order to receive said grace. What's the outcome if our heart is not in the right place, if we're actually being selfish? And the mind betrays the heart, and therefore the heart is led astray by selfishness. We don't even know it. We don't even realize it. Remember, look back and think about the things like, oh man, I didn't know that. And dang, I was still doing this, thinking I was going to obtain that. But, no, when we learn things, when we learn about our actions in the past and we find out how wrong they were, but our hearts were in the right place, right? We were trying to learn this, but the material leads this, and through the selfishness of the ego, we kind of tend to believe the BS in it until we find that the BS is BS, and we move forward and we go, oh man, thank you, Father, for that grace that you didn't just murder me for that. You know what I mean? Well, grace is synonymous with self effort. Self effort and grace are the same thing. We get credit for trying. That's what grace is. Grace is God giving us credit. An A for effort. That's what grace is, right? But you have to put forth effort to obtain that grace. We only get credit if we try. And if we try, man, it's really according to the heart, where the heart's at. The heart has to be in the right place of I know I'm not good at this yet, but I need to try in order to learn, right? And if I don't try, I'll never learn. And if I don't learn, then we learn by the mistakes in which we suffer, That we learn by the things in which we suffer. Christ just takes it right back to another correspondence. But we have to put forth effort in order to receive grace. Everybody in their own way is putting forth effort. It's just towards what? What are we putting our effort into? Man. I'm just thankful for this grace, because, man, I tell you what, if I had a nickel for every time I was wrong, shoot, if I had a penny for every time I was wrong, I would be a rich mofo right now. But I give away all those pennies to you guys because I like to share. Because I don't know, I receive in other ways after that. I don't know. It's complicated, but it's beautiful all the same. But I wanted to share that about grace and synonymous with y'all, and grace being synonymous with self effort, and just the lesson in that. Grace is a beautiful thing, but we shouldn't take advantage of it. Just because we have it doesn't mean that it'll always be there. This world's changing. Are we going to be a part of that change? Are we going to affect the change? Or is the change going to affect us? There's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving parts. And things are changing dramatically internally for everyone, which is going to be reflected exteriorly. This world is changing from the inside out. And it's up to us how it changes, because how the world changes us ends up how we change the world. It's a cascading turnaround effect every time. How are you changing the world? Where are your intentions? Where's your heart? What kind of grace are we going to receive? Are we going to receive straight punishment? Or are we going to receive straight blessings? Or are we going to just receive grace? It's up to us. But I believe grace is a part of everything.